here today. Before we really get started, we just want to go over a few housekeeping items. Just so everyone knows, the bathrooms are on the right side of this floor, and we have single stall and all gender bathrooms as well, and the elevators are on the right as well. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Chrissy Garg. I'm a fourth year.
Hi, my name is Priscilla Lopez. I'm a third year. And this year we both have the honor of being part of planning this amazing event.
Today, Thursday, May 14th, 2015, marks 25 years since the start of the 6-day hunger strike that began on May 14th, 1990. Today, we seek to honor this courageous and selfless action and also celebrate a strong legacy of UC Davis student activism, resistance, and resilience. We hope today's performances and speeches and the words of the activists from the 1990 hunger strike themselves spark further conversations about how we all have responsibility and agency to further social justice and community empowerment. As many of us know, this work is never over. We want to recognize and learn from our histories in order to gain the knowledge and inspiration to create safe, supportive, and empowering spaces for communities both on and off campus.
The hunger strike was an instrumental in bringing about the CCC, which is why we celebrate it at the start of the CCC's history, though the center itself opened 2 years later in 1992. We are so excited to have you here joining us today at the first event in the 25th anniversary celebrations honoring the hunger strike of May 1990. Today's event is possible with the contributions from some of our amazing community members. We would like to take some time to say thank you to the California Aggie, Danzantes del Alma, Hermanas Unidas, Dulce Gonzalez, Maria Salazar, Gabriela Preciado, the Cross Cultural Center staff and volunteers, and of course, the 25th Anniversary Planning Committee. Now we'd like to introduce our MC for tonight. Over the past 2 years, Kobe Rodriguez has become an integral component of the center in support for student communities as a whole. Although his official title is Interim Assistant Director, that's really just a catch-all name for counselor, student advocate, crisis manager, event planner, community cheerleader, and tonight, MC. Please give a round of applause to our MC, Kobe Rodriguez.
Thank you for that welcome. I feel like I'm the keynote speaker now. Those folks are gathered right over here. So I want to thank you all for being here. A lot of beautiful faces, and I really want to make sure that we're really and truly acknowledging both Grisel's and Christy's work. Now, they put in this work beginning a year ago. And many of us are gathering from all across the campus and all across the nation, too. And so I want to make sure that we have an idea of who's in the room and who's here with us tonight. So as I call up, if you're affiliated with the group that I'm announcing, please either stand or raise your hand if you can, so that we can acknowledge you, and then we'll cheer you on too. So if you are a current student at UC Davis, would you please stand or raise your hand? All right, I'm gonna make it a little more clear. Please stand if you are able to, and otherwise raise your hand. So if you are a current UC Davis student, please stand or raise your hand. Thank you. If you are an alum of UC Davis, please stand and raise your hand. If you are here as a member of the greater community outside of UC Davis, please stand or raise your hand. If you are a staff member or faculty at UC Davis, please stand or raise your hand. If you are part of administration at UC Davis, please stand or raise your hand. If you are a cross-cultural center student or career staff member, please stand and raise your hand. If you were here during the hunger strike, please stand and raise your hand. And lastly, if you were or are one of the hunger strikers, please stand and let us know. Thank you for engaging and thank you for your presence here today. So as you can see in the program, both Krithi and Grisel have provided a phenomenal program full of speakers, artists, poets, and they're here to speak the truth. They're here to share their narrative and they're here to share their art, really commemorating the hunger strike and the subsequent events and the events that led up to the hunger strike. So let's begin with our program today. The Cross Cultural Center is very privileged to serve as home to Danzantes de Alma. I would like to invite Danzantes de Alma student manager Brianna Vargas, and she will share about the rich history of DDA and would like to introduce their performance as well.
Good evening, everyone. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Sorry. Okay, I'm a fourth year here at UC Davis. I'm going to be graduating in just a few weeks. I'm also the student performance manager for Danzantes del Alma at UC Davis this year. I am privileged and honored to be up here to get to present to you this beautiful home away from home that we call our family, our little troop. It's just really great being in front of all of you folks that have been part of it in any sort of way. It's very empowering to all of us here. So really quickly, as you all know, Danzantes del Alma is a recruitment and retention program housed in the Cross Cultural Center. We are fortunate enough to have their support. And we were also born out of student activism. So I just want to take a moment to acknowledge your selfless and brave act and others like it. The reason that centers and programs like this exist is because of all of you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, from all of Danzantes. This is just a small portion of our troop, but we all thank you immensely. So with that, we will be performing Sinaloa and Zacatecas today, and I hope you enjoy it.
¡Échale mis danzantes!
All right, thank you. Let's give it up one more time for Danzantes. As a side note, they'll also be performing at our gala that we're having on May 30th. And so that is our large gala that will conclude our year-long celebration of 25 years of the Cross Cultural Center and since the hunger strike. We will begin there with opening remarks by a distinguished guest who's also here with us tonight. And I would like to acknowledge our Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs, Adela de la Torre.
Well, I want to thank everybody who is here today because I think the context of this celebration could not have been celebrated with particularly the commitment of the individuals who are in this room from all across the country. When we look at the Cross Cultural Center, what we see is really an important indication of the importance of student activism and the role of student activism in transforming an institution that historically has not been engaged in the types of areas that are important to many of our students. So I want to take this moment to recognize all the individuals here today who've really committed to an important area that has been transformative for the institution, not just in a singular moment, but really when we think about it, for 25 years has really created a tremendous impact that still is, as you can see, has impacted our students. So I want to thank you. I want everyone today to enjoy the wonderful speeches that we will have, the remembrances, and take away the important messages of what a few brave people can do to transform the lives of many. Thank you.
Thank you, Adela. As a shameless plug, the tickets are still on sale for the gala, as well as Dr. Cornell West, who will be joining us later that evening. Our next speaker, a lot can be said about Phong Tran. He's a community organizer, a poet, a mentor, a graduate student who graduates in just a couple of weeks. An activist, master of networking. Dude has over 5,000 friends on Facebook. A member of the CCC family, and those are just a few. He's a program coordinator and advisor in the Cross Cultural Center, and we are honored to have him share his poetry today. Please join me in welcoming Phong Tran.
See you, Phong.
Hey.
See you too. See you too.
Hi, everybody. How we doing?
Good.
Kind of a little bit. All right. It's an honor to be completely in this space and place. I've been here for the last 3 years, and it's immensely nerve-wracking to think about how to contribute to the last 25. And literally, we are in a place of standing on the shoulders of greatness and acknowledging all the struggle that has come before us, for us to be here, for us to have this space. And so, this is a new poem. I rarely write poetry because I'm caught up writing a thesis. Yeah, but I had to write this, and a lot of it is inspired by the memory of the hunger strike, by the amazing students I get to work with, by the amazing team that I get to work with. They are my favorite people in the whole wide world, and I thank every single one of them. They continue to inspire me. They continue to make me push. And so, yeah, I hope this pays tribute to all the amazing work that has come before us. To preface this, I feel like since it's new, I really need your love and support. So what do you do to affirm a poet when a poem being read? Okay, you got snaps, anything else? I've never heard of that, but okay. I wasn't sure if that was possible. Okay. What about, my favorite is the right? Like you had a bowl of pho, like, right? So, yeah, any of that would help this poem. At any moment you feel like you relate, you connect. This is for anybody that may or may not identify with the term activist or just a person trying to do something in this world. And so this is for you. I do want to provide a trigger warning that this is a real poem, aka there's cussing words in there. So yes, okay, I'm gonna go in. I heard I owe Sam money if I cuss, so I'm probably gonna pay you like $30. Yes. Okay, if you hear my voice, clap once, clap twice, clap 3 times. Don't be that dirty A word, activist. Like a viral disease, it always starts in college. You took that sociology, ethnic studies class, you joined that outreach recruitment center for underrepresented youth of color, you wanted to hold it down for the struggle of that rally for undocumented student rights, and then it happens. You become an activist. The symptoms will kick in fast and heavy. Your parents will tell you to get a real job. Fox News will tell you you're unpatriotic. Your friends will call you overly sensitive. Your family will call you too liberal. Your community will call you too communist. You work at a nonprofit organization because you said you want to make a difference, because you certainly aren't making any money. Even though your official job title is program coordinator, you're really also the organization's social media director, youth outreach manager, office technician, staff personnel therapist, grant writer, program assistant evaluator, and in-house cultural competency trainer. You'll wonder how many top ramens will it take before you give up on your close to impoverished 50 hours a week, $800 AmeriCorps monthly living stipend. You'll buy extra lip balm for all that future ass kissing you will do to potential grantees and funders. All in the name of community and to keep your job, because your grant contract ends by the 2017 physical cycle. Way to stick it to the man. You'll feel guilty for listening to mainstream hip hop, and then your favorite song is Tyga's Rack City. And even though that song represents everything that you stand against, misogyny, male patriarchy, commodification, hypersexualization, dehumanization of women, that beat is still so damn good. Rack City, Rack City, Sac City, Sac City. Don't be an activist, because you'll just be angry. Angry because you've learned that everything evil in this world is rooted in colonialism, white supremacy, and capitalism. Paulo Freire called it when they made the Matrix. Once you become conscious, you can never go back. And with liberation comes burden. And that burden sits heavy like asthma. Ignorance must be really bliss, because it's exhausting looking through Facebook news feeds without saying, God damn it, that shit is fucked up. Without seeing white people throw peace signs and making squinty eyes in pictures with the hashtag Asian pose, without having another conversation with your well-intentioned but racist-ass friend who commented on your scholarly posts on microaggressions in the classroom, without having another fraternity throw another Cinco de Drinko cross-the-border party, without seeing another newscaster blame the victim and defend the rapist, without another black body being shot by another gunman named Officer, and feeling like you can never really do anything. Ironically enough, you rush about to procrastinate your 8-page sociology paper on institutionalized racism in the California prison system. It will hurt. It will hurt because it will come from your own people. They tell you too cocky, that you're an opportunist that left South South for a job at UC Davis and that you're a sellout. And so you buy into their thinking, and they say that you were never really down. So you tell yourself that you were never really down, and they call yourself for saying something problematic. So you think yourself is a problem. You didn't get enough petition signatures. You didn't stay long enough at the town hall meetings. You didn't mentor enough youth. You weren't there for your community when they needed you the most. And so you question everything that you are, everything that you stand for. You hit this point of confusion of what it all means. You succumb to self-doubt and then burnout. You get tired of being tired, and you tell yourself, I just want to be normal, just like everyone else. And that heavy anxiety sitting on your shoulders makes you want to scratch your skin off, and you realize Normal. Normal is that bystander effect, that MC and chokeholds that stops you from raising your voice and forces you to turn your head away from injustice just to face down iPhone screens. Normal is making it easier to keep up with Kardashians than to keep up with the state of humanity. Normal is that basic shit. Normal is that stuff that makes people cynical, because cynical is always easier than critical. Normal is making society a status quo. Number of soldiers pulled out, Dow Jones down, unemployment up, climate change doesn't exist, racist Republicans still do. And we confuse normal for the substance that cynicism made ugly. Validation, acceptance, love. And you finally realize that it was never about you. And it was never about them, but it was about everybody. It was about humanness, Ubuntu. That justice and institutions are incapable of achieving, so you're forced to dream. You check your privilege for low paychecks just to implement your vision. Be the monkey wrench in the machine. Activism is not a sprint. It is a lifelong marathon. And your most crucial asset in your run is not the power in your legs, but the strength of your heart. So you must protect it. You must pace yourself to give it resilience. You will be your biggest critics, but the minute you look too far into your own footsteps, you will lose vision. So you must keep your head upright. Never lose sight of your vision. You are meant to be different, because only then can we make this world different. This world